Welcome to your Sagittarius horoscopes for the week ending the 18th of May, which is the beginning of the week, is Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to all the Sagittarian mothers out there, including my best friend Sherry, who's a Sagittarian mama, and of course my stepmama Sherry, who's also a Sagittarian mother. Hope you guys have a wonderful Mother's Day celebration. And if you can't celebrate with your kids or the way you would like to, then I do hope you're celebrating yourselves by treating yourselves to something awesome for yourselves, because you definitely deserve it. There's always those instances in life where we just don't get what we would expect or what we would like to have from the people around us. And so I feel it's really important to counteract that with something for myself. So keep that in mind if you need to. Focus is on the people you love when they're all supposed to be focused on you, oddly enough. And there's really nothing to influence Sagittarius. Pallas Athene is officially in Scorpio this week, still on the cusp. So there is that element there that Pallas Athene is still influencing things a little bit. Pallas Athene's focus has moved on to the home, though. So we have this sort of, you're focusing all of your energy on everybody that you're taking care of. Focus is on the home. There's really nothing you can do about that. To me, I interpret this to be one of those situations where you just don't have time to focus on the things that you would like to have time to focus on, if that makes sense. Specifically, you don't have time to focus on you. You may not even have time to focus on enjoying your Mother's Day because you're so busy taking care of everybody else. It's really, it gets frustrating. And I think for Sagittarius specifically, Sagittarius has this thing where it's not that Sagittarians are irresponsible. That's not what I'm saying. Okay. However, too much responsibility over time just, I mean, it's like something wells up inside of them to where they just want to explode and be irresponsible after a while, because, it's just too much of that focus on doing the right thing all the time. So I feel like one thing that you can do to counteract that maybe is to responsibly, as much as possible, is to counteract that with something for you. You can spend your time taking care of everybody else, but also carve out some time in your day to do something that you would like to do. Take 5 minutes away to take a break, take 10 minutes, take 15 minutes, take them in intervals. The more you bounce back and forth, in fact, honestly, when I am in the position of having to take care of somebody else, that's exactly how I do it. It's boom, boom, boom. My focus is on you. My focus is on you. Okay, you're resting. I'm going to go take 10 minutes to myself and do what I need to do to just kind of sort of regroup and get back to being able to take care of everybody else in my life that needs that right now. And it's very difficult. I mean, being the caretaker, period, is very difficult. Now, if you're in a situation where it seems like you're taking care of everybody else's needs and they're not taking care of themselves, and they could be, that's a different story altogether. That is one of those instances that all of a sudden blows up because you are just sick and tired of putting yourself in a situation to where you're there for everybody else and they're not there for you. That's a completely different situation entirely. Now, in the past, we'll say, in the past, usually that kind of situation is handled by a blow up, by a huge fight, by the Sagittarian going, enough is enough, I'm done, and just raging at everybody around them, and everybody around them going, I don't even know what's happening. And, it's all bad, right? It never works out. You might have a little conversation about something and it's like, okay, and then it kind of works for a minute and then it goes right back to where it was before. So you want to avoid that because clearly it doesn't work. Instead, come up with a different approach, come up with a different way of talking to them, come up with a different way of explaining yourself. The Sagittarian way is to attack to a certain extent. Obviously, attacking is not helping the situation. You have to approach the situation in a completely different way. No passive aggressive, no aggression, just come up with a different way to explain to all these wonderful people that you're taking care of that aren't taking care of themselves, that they need to start taking care of themselves, period. Actually, my wonderful stepmama, Sherry, was really good at this. Well, I can't say was, she still is really good at this. She has very strong boundaries around people. And my dad was a very difficult person, especially towards the end. So her boundaries had to be firm. Even though he tried to dance on them all the time, she was still very firm with those boundaries, what she was willing to do and what was going a little bit too far. So, with that being said, it's all about choices and how you approach the situation. And these situations come up to give you an opportunity to approach the situation in different ways. Because if you continue to approach situations in different ways, you might actually get a different result. So that's what I have for you guys this week. I'm Melissa Bruce, the Heavy Metal Psychic. I will see you guys next week. Make it a great week. Enjoy your Mother's Day by hook or by crook, no matter what you have to do. And I will see you guys next week. Make it a great one.